What's going on, guys? Welcome to another video. I'm your boy NarikChase, and in this video we're going to be reviewing The Fifth Element. Now, The Fifth Element is a 1997 action science fiction film directed by Luc Besson. I don't know how to say this guy's name, Luc Besson. And it follows this taxi cab driver named Corbin Dallas, who ends up joining forces with a young woman named Lilu to procure these mystical stones to stop the Earth from being destroyed by this cosmic force. That's pretty much the story in a nutshell. And I gotta say, one of the best movies ever made. This movie is freaking awesome. And even though it was made in 1997, it holds up today in so many respects. Now let's dive right into this. You can tell this I'm a really passionate fan of the film. One of the best casting in film history. The cast is just great. It's very diverse, and all of the actors lean into their roles, giving it all gravitas. And one of the few films I can actually say every freaking character, every freaking cast person that brings their A game into it, and it just makes it so very unique. They are all scene stealers, and I like seeing the interactions. Now, Bruce Willis is our main protagonist, and he plays Corbin Dallas, a guy that's kind of down on his luck, who ends up meeting this alien female, I suppose you could say, named Lilu, who literally falls in his cab. And from the outset, Milla Jovovich and Bruce Willis have great chemistry in this film. It's very cool seeing the awkwardness between their characters, of her ascension as this being that she is, and him kind of just being this normal guy, and him having to take on the responsibility of basically saving the world, and just him being down on his luck. And I like his character because he's kind of a depressing person, but he has humor, and he's got edge. And I like that a lot of the characters have a bit of humor to them, but the humor isn't the same. The humor kind of fits their characters, and it isn't in your face. Well, we'll talk about one person that's really in your face. But ultimately, I do like the two main leads, Milla Jovovich and Bruce Willis. And I think this movie actually kind of boosted Milla Jovovich to like the highlights of everybody knowing who she is. Yes, she did things before, but I think this one is what really popularized her name. Also, the main cast has, Gary Oldman in Home, Chris Tucker is a fool in this movie. He plays this really eccentric character, and he's great. He's funny, and I do love the chemistry he has with Bruce Willis. Gary Oldman is awesome as Zorg, one of the best movie villains ever. He's very serious, but he also has a bit of really good comedic timing on his part as well. And ultimately, just in terms of the characters, there are a lot of memorable characters. In terms of the cast, they do great performances. They have a lot of great chemistry, a lot of really good moments. You can't really knock this film for just that on that front. Even if you look at the story, it's not really an original story, but because of the different elements, because of the performances, the characters, the writing, and some of the unique situations that the movie does present, it makes the story pretty unique in a way. Production-wise, it holds up till today. Even this movie still, special effects look better than some of the ones of the higher budget films nowadays. It's great all the way from the clothing design of the characters. If you look at the special effects, the green screen effects are really, really good still. They still hold up. The prosthetics, the alien costume designs look really good. They still hold up really well. The way the action is captured is done really well. The big grandiose feel, the design, just the futuristic feel and atmosphere, it all holds up. And gotta jump on the soundtrack. Really good soundtrack. Has some really good moments in it. The action is really upbeat, fast paced. It's got flavor to it. But it manages to slow down for more of the more humane moments, the more vulnerable moments, the more emotional moments that we see between the characters. And ultimately, just a great film. The writing definitely sells this film. There are a lot of great sequences, the way the characters, the characterization, but most importantly, it's the dialogue. The dialogue is really good. It's not like Quentin Tarantino, but combined with the interesting editing choices that they place in this film, where two different conversations are going on in two different places, but they're linked together through the editing to finish the sentence of one and start the sentence of another, and they kind of play on that a couple of times in the film, but it manages to be humorous, even when in some of the more extreme and more intense scenes. When they do that, it just works out in a very humorous way. But I do respect this film because it does something a lot of films can't really do nowadays. It manages to balance emotion, action, and comedy in a really good way, where they do not undermine each other. They actually feel cohesive enough to tell a good story, to really emphasize the moments. And even when action and things are really heavy, they don't knock it out of the park with a stupid, out of place joke. It actually works with what they do. They actually are able to space them out well. And it's not only just the writing, it's also the direction and the performances by the great and talented cast. Now, it's not a perfect film, but the enjoyment factor and all of the highlights just completely blow any negatives that this film has out of the freaking water. Just, guys, if you haven't seen The Fifth Element, I'd say watch it. If you're a fan of Mila Jovovich, Gary Oldman, Chris Tucker, and Home, Bruce Willis, watch it. It's a definite must watch. If you're a fan of any of these actors, if you like sci-fi action films, go watch this film. There is literally nothing bad I could really say that to emphasize in this film. The Fifth Element definitely deserves 4 out of 5. I want to give it a 5 out of 5, but there's a lot of other films that are better in terms of quality and production, but not necessarily entertainment value. But this is a really entertaining film, and it definitely holds up to today. So guys, in the comment section below, let me know, what are your thoughts? Have you seen The Fifth Element? Have you not seen The Fifth Element? Would you have liked to have seen the sequel? I think they floated around it might potentially been one, but I'm glad that they hadn't. This film works well as a standalone. Anyways, be sure to hit that like, share, subscribe, and that notification button to get the best of what we got going on this channel. And we'll definitely catch you guys later.